Hi everyone, so today we are going to be doing some acid dyeing using the immersion technique, and we're going to be using our high desert bear yarn, but you can use any of the bear yarns that we have available on KnitPicks. Preparing our dye bath, we added our whatever acidic compound you're using, white vinegar, citric acid. The rule of thumb is either 1/4 of a cup of vinegar or a tablespoon of citric acid per pound. All of our high desert bear hanks come in 100 grams, and I did the calculations for you. So for every 100 gram hank you're going to put in, you're gonna do either 1 tablespoon of white vinegar or 1/2 teaspoon of citric acid. And then for the dye stuffs, you're going to do, for every 100 gram hank, you're gonna do 2/3 of a teaspoon of dye powder. You wanna keep an eye on your dye bath. We just noticed that it was starting to boil a little bit. This fiber is not superwash, meaning that it will felt. And the 2 key ingredients to felting is heat and agitation. So we're obviously adding heat by keeping our dye bath at a simmer just below boil, but if it starts to boil, that adds agitation. So if you're having your water at a rolling boil, you're gonna end up with a big ball of felt, which would be beautiful for needle felting, but not so much if you're looking to knit or crochet with some beautiful yarn. So typically you're gonna wanna leave your fiber in the dye bath for about 30 minutes. Some colors take a little bit longer, especially blue. Usually you wanna keep it in there for about 45 minutes. Jacquard has a lot of information on each of their individual colors, and they offer a lot of different colors. So general rule of thumb, 30 minutes is good. 45 minutes, you're not gonna hurt it. But if you get closer to an hour, you might start to burn your fiber if it's in the heat for a little bit too long. We got all of our dye, or our yarn out of the dye, and it's over here on our drying rack. And then I just want to get a shot of our dye bath here. This is gorgeous and beautiful. This is exactly what you want when you're finished dyeing. All of that color went out of the water and into the yarn. This is a really, really pale green. So something that I could do is I can get an extra skein of yarn, throw it in here, let it do the simmer for another hour, and you'll get a super duper pale green. If you have a lot of extra color left over, you can do the same thing. So these are our extra hanks that are kind of tie-dye ready to go. If you look into our dye bath here, you can see it's not nearly as clear as the green one that we did. So I'm just gonna plop these in and we'll see how much pigment gets absorbed and where. Once your yarn is fully dried, you can then twist it into hanks and you'll get something that might look like this. So that's the process. I hope that you found this video informative. Thank you so much for watching. If you dye anything, go ahead and tag us on our Instagram. We would love to see what you guys make. Bye.